welcome y'all to the Reality Not podcast with your boy DJ Reality and your boy Brian Clancy from Nothing New Under the Sun. What's good with you, Brian?
Hey, you know what it is. I'm blessed and impressed with the life God gave me. What's going on with you?
Man, I'm good, man. Got my little 3-mile run in, feeling good energy. I'm ready to go. Got my coffee up in me, so it's all about, health as wealth, nigga. So
man, you got me inspired. I'll be wanting to get up and run for 30 minutes, but I'm
get up and walk for 30 minutes, nigga. Like,
I'll be walking more than that. Like, I just I had these I'm back home in Muskegon. I'm in the studio in Muskegon, and like so my uncle, talking to him, and he acted like I was 250 pounds, like I had a problem or whatever. So I had to get on him and let him know that, hey, I'm still solid. I can walk. So I usually walk down to his place at least. It's been every day now because, he started with the Android phone when he got give a little backdrop on my uncle because people, they might not checked in the. He spent 50 years in prison. So my whole life he was in prison, and he got out, and like it's a whole new life experience for him. So like he just getting on the phone, and like he went from it's on my podcast too. He went from a teenager to a senior citizen. Like he just skipped. Like
that's great. And that nigga missed a whole lot of life.
Right.
That nigga didn't get to play Nintendo.
It's so many things that he didn't get to see, right? Like
that
you
nigga
think about cars and how they changed in cars from that in that 50 years or whatever, right?
Nigga is the compact disc has come and go.
You talking about in prison where they still have black and white TVs in 2015. So talking to him is just like it's crazy how like we got to talk about like family traumas and stuff. And I say traumas because like during the podcast he talked about my grandma. He said that he didn't think she loved him because she never corrected him. And I was like, that's weird because the relationship that I had, we had more conversation than correcting, right? But
why? I mean, people. This is the thing: is ownership of yourself, right? Like you want, because we in this whole time now. It's like, let me be me, let me do the things the way I should do them, blah blah blah. And then to hear that, like as far as years ago, is crazy to me because you want to let people figure it out for themselves, but yet you still want to guide them. So it's like I wouldn't think that that's not love. That's kind of it's a tough way to let somebody try to figure out what they should be doing, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, we all have, I mean, I don't have any kids, but you know what I'm saying, we all have families, siblings and stuff like that, and we're all not the same. Like me and my sisters are not the same, you and your sisters are not the same, or in your brother is not the same. It's like we all had to learn a different way, even though we was under the same umbrella of who we had to learn from. And
what's crazy about that, like you can be in the same house, get the same lessons, but get the same you get different lessons, different outcomes, lessons, right?
Yeah.
But talking to him, I realized, like, I was like, yo, like, we talked on here about grandfathers and stuff and being able to connect with grandfathers and stuff like that. But like, so his father and like the sins of my mother and grandmother and stuff like that, it come down to, you be like, his father was my granddaddy Cleve, right? And I told him, I was like, hey, we didn't really have a relationship. Besides, he was the first person to tax me. When I say, he's like, tax you? I said, yeah, dude. Like, he was the first person that took me out to the blueberry fields, right? He asked me, he's like,
hey,
yo,
man,
going out.
Hey, nigga, fuck the blueberry field. Nigga, trauma, nigga. We talk about trauma, nigga. Look, nigga. But I do buy blueberries because it's a good fruit to have or berry to have. But I do buy blueberries damn near once or twice a week. But man, fuck that shit. I ain't picking not one. I ain't doing that. Like somebody was like, oh, I'll go out there and do it just for nostalgia. Like, nigga, fuck that, nigga. That was trauma, nigga. Like, we would literally get up at motherfucking 5 a.m. and drive to a mother, and people can't believe it. Like, yo, you was picking blueberries. I was like, yeah, nigga, I was out in the field picking blueberries trying to get school clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, nigga, you don't know what I got going on inside of here. I'm definitely traumatized by motherfucking blueberries, niggas, but I eat them motherfuckers every week.
Hey, so I'm packing that, right? And so like I'm packing that. Like, so this is what happened to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as a youngster, I think I had to be like 10 to between 10 to 12. I was a hustler. I tried to get money different ways or whatever.
Yeah.
But so they
The right
tell me
way.
about the blueberry field, right? I was like, okay, cool. I can get out here and get money.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get to his house, which was in the Heights. I stayed downtown. So you talking a couple miles or whatever. But I think I rode my bike out to his house at basically we was at the field at 7:00. So it had to be close to six something that we left, right? So that meant I had to be up and out of the house by 6 a.m. to get to his house, and he took me and my cousins to the blueberry field. Now this is it. Like, my man didn't stay there with us. He dropped us off, and from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
That
those
nigga
was our
put y'all out there and said, "Go get it,
go get it, go get it." So we out there picking, and like, you got to pick a bush clean. They don't. I don't know what, like,
No, that's some
certain people say
bullshit.
it's this, but you got this bucket, and you tie the bucket around your waist with a string, and you just over there, grabbing, putting them in there, whatever. Now each bucket, you got I think it was a 5-gallon bucket. No, it wasn't a 5-gallon.
Nah, it's probably like
2 quarts or something,
yes,
right?
yeah.
2 quarts or something. And it took a while to fill up each bucket, right? So I'm thinking, hey, I'm about to make a killing, right?
Nah, nigga, you was making less than poverty.
My first little check.
It was just untaxed.
My first cash, right, was $18, right? And this is where like I understand that it's some trauma because it affects the way that I look at my children, right? I get this $18, right? The whole week, picking Monday through Saturday, right? We ain't doing it on Sunday. Monday through Saturday, whole week picking. I get $18, right? Daddy Cleve said, "Hey, what you gonna give me? Because I took you out here."
Oh man, hey,
dog. So you talking? I didn't know what to give him. I wanted to give him $5, but I think I end up.
I hate when people don't give me numbers, bro. Like, no, just tell me what you want, nigga. I will give you 50 cents out of this 18. Let me go get change out of this dollar and give you 50 cents. Thank you.
Hey, so
you 50 cents? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dog.
Look, that's why I don't like when I'm DJing and shit like that. I just say a number. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I want this. They be like, oh, well, that's too much. I'm like, nigga, you told me to tell you a number, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, because I hate like when motherfucker like come by and ask if I need my grass cut. They be like, oh man, just give me whatever you think I should get. I'm like, nigga, no. If I'm not gonna guess a number for your ass to be like, yeah, nigga, I need 100. I need 50, whatever. Like, cause niggas down here is high. Like, but I will say this, I don't want to just put it to a certain race, but the motherfucking Mexicans come over here and them motherfuckers be like 125, 75, 50, and they give me a number and they do that shit and they do a motherfucking beautiful job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I gotta worry about them coming back. Nigga, one time, nigga, I had this nigga when I first bought the house. He was like this one guy that was cutting my grass put me on to him. He was like, yeah, man, he cut down trees and stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool. And they weren't like large trees, but they were like, the trees that, that sprout up and stuff like that if you don't cut your yard for a minute. Like I said, I just bought the house. So I asked the dude, I was like, and I was getting quoted, and I got quoted $800. And I was like, damn, I don't want to pay $800, blah, blah, blah. But I was getting quoted 800 and up. So this one guy came by, did a walkthrough and stuff like that. And he's like, oh man, I do it for you for 400. So I'm like, okay, 400, perfect. I've been getting quoted 800 and up, boom. So nigga, get over here. He cutting shit. Nigga, this is definitely, it shouldn't have been a multiple day outing, but the nigga was damn near doing it by himself. Then he brought his boy along with him. And then, but while he was doing it, and I went out there, check on him, brought him some waters and stuff like that. And he was like, he's like, man, I didn't know it was gonna be this much, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nigga, you went around this bitch and walked around here and told me what the number was. You can't tell me that when you 60, 70% done, that, you know, I was like, you know what? I was like, this is what I do. I was like, I give you an extra 100. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, just good faith shit like that.
Yeah.
Nigga, I gave that nigga an extra 100. Nigga never came back. So I gave him a total of 500. He did a good job, but he had only completed like 60 or 70% of the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, of all of the stuff I wanted to cut all around the house.
He averaged, and he said you still gave him a good job.
No, he gave a good job on what he did. You know, but he didn't finish the job. If that makes sense. You know, it's like, come on, bro. Like, so I don't pay none of you niggas early no more. Like, I used to, like, I need to do the job. I'll never, like, I would do the half and half, you know, and then we'd go from there. And that's what I usually do with DJing anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't use that business sense. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this nigga out here working hard. So I was like, let me just go ahead and give him the money. Cause like I said, he hooking me up. So I was like, let me give him the money early and shit. So, but nah, that I was like,
how much did it end up costing at the end to get them all done?
I ended up buying an extended saw, a 9-foot saw, and I just did it myself. So the stuff that we had, I mean, I paid $500 for the saw, but it was like $450 something like. But yeah, I paid for the saw. So now I own the saw. So if I got to cut some shit, I just go out there and do it myself. But
so the moral of the story is
just go buy a fucking saw, nigga. Like, but I'll say this: he did cut down a lot of shit. Cause like I used to have it where like it was nothing but trees, like splitting my neighbor's yard and my yard. Now all that shit is gone. Like I wouldn't have been able to do that shit. Like I would have not spent 3 or 4 or 5 days out there doing it. And that's what you learn. Like you learn like the value of what it's worth to do it yourself, what it's worth to have somebody else do it for you. And I was like, well, I can maintain it, but ain't no way in hell I'm gonna go out there and start it up and do that shit on my own. So
hey, I feel you. But back to my story.
My bad.
I got taxed. And then like so the next time I came by, I mean, well, not the next time, but you know, I think I stopped. So out of the whole week I made $10. $10 was decent money back. I mean, it wasn't
still some bullshit though.
It wasn't enough for what I did.
Remember Uncle Joey took our money?
Oh yeah. So you know, like that $3 that we worked hard for, dog. Yeah. So the moral of the story is I don't tax my kids. Like I'll be like, look, I give y'all what I make off of it, even when they doing my contractor stuff, right? I'll be like, look, y'all make the money, because like I've been there and seen my money dwindle, and they ain't even the government. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, dang, I'm getting taxed. But so my same granddaddy,
the nigga took 8?
Man, he took 8. I gave him 8. My same granddad, and back then, you know, it was probably only 79 cents.
I gave
79 cents a gallon back then. But
I still gave that nigga 50 cents.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, you live.
Nah, it's being courteous and kind, but man, fuck all that, nigga. Like,
you live and you learn.
Don't take the shit out. Hey, look, I would never go out to that field again.
Not with that. Not with him. I think I went out with Aunt Evelyn. Like,
I did.
Yeah.
I got taxed for all of it. So I mean, good. I still had to go out there the next summer or the next day. So whether I picked 3 buckets or whether I picked 20 buckets, like it all, none of it went to me. That was school clothes. So I mean, at least your uncle gave you more than 55-60% shit.
My granddad, he gave me.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, granddad. Yeah, at least he gave you a good percentage. Well, fuck all that. Look. You shouldn't have got shit. And because we'll start, and this is the levels to life, right? Like, this could be this could be something we could talk about, or we could just move on. But it's like we was talking about like being stuck in certain positions. It's like in accepting things based off of your circumstances. And it's like, well, shit, like I told you, moms gave me none of it. You know what I'm saying? You say your grandfather gave you over half of what you got. And it's like, well, you personally, give your kids all of it. You know what I'm saying? But if you only know what like for me, I was like, well, shit. I mean, I guess I need school clothes. Take the money. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I wasn't in a position to say I'm not going to go to the blueberry field. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't. And you was in a better position than I was, but it still wasn't a good position. Is what I'm saying. And your kids are in the best position. You know what I'm saying? That's like you live, you learn.
Yeah. But here's the thing. He offered to take me. So I felt the type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then with my long story short, my history.
That nigga treat you like a what you call them niggas that jump on the truck and take niggas to cut grass. What's the nigga's name? I forgot what you call it. Landscaping. That nigga picked you up like a Mexican and put you on the back of the truck and said, "Hey, go over here and do this yard for me, and y'all get a certain percentage, and I get the rest." You know?
Yeah,
like
I mean, like I was like, dang, like this. I felt hustled by my, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, hey, this dude just hustled me, and like he used to run numbers back in the day too. And I like the first and the second time I played numbers, I hit on 386. That was the number that I hit on. Don't ask me why that number was in my head or whatever, but I hit straight. Now I go, and I ain't had no video games for real. I think I hustled up and got me a Nintendo at one point. But I go and I go get my money from him, right? $650, right? And this I feel like I'm rich, right?
What year was this?
Okay. This had to be because I bought the Sega Genesis had just dropped. So that was the year the Sega Genesis dropped. Because I went and bought it. So I was like, yo, $200, $199.
Damn, I'm trying to think. That had to been like 80, late 86. I feel like the original Nintendo dropped 85, 84, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 84. And then like
damn, nigga, you had $650 in your pocket?
Man, no. I told you. He was like, okay, what you gonna give me? I'm like,
on the numbers?
On the numbers, dog. He was like,
nigga, hey, you literally put up like you go like okay. Let's explain this real quick. You can break it down, or I can break it down.
Break it down.
So it's like the hood lotto, right? So a person goes to different individuals around the hood. They give them, they're like, hey, I want to play this number. I want to play this number. I want to play this number. And it's almost like the is what do you call it? A unsanctioned lottery opportunity. So if you
it was the original opportunity as a lottery. So they like the numbers game was the original. Black people, the way that we created wealth in our community, we played the numbers, right? And numbers used to be from the stock market. The last 3 digits of the stock market used to be what you would hit on, right? Then white people called it racketeer and took it from us and said, hey, they generated a lot of wealth with this number game. And so they created the lottery. And so the lottery is a direct descendant from what African Americans did to have hope to get enough money to like have piles of money, have lots of money at times. So, but like when you say unsanctioned, it was the way where you pick 3 digits, and those 3 digits, if those 3 digits came out, 3 digits or 4 digits at the time. In Florida, they got 2 digits.
It's still
crazy.
They got 2 digits in Florida.
They got 2 digits. You can pay a 2 digit. Which I was like, yeah, you probably don't make no money on those 2 digits, but whatever. Yeah. So you match the numbers that get pulled, and you get paid, right? Now, if you hit them straight, if they come out straight, that's a bigger pay than what you got to pay them box. If you box is the number, so like I said, 386.
Like any order, yeah.
386 was my number. If I would, so I hit it box and straight. Box was $50, straight was the 600, right? So I go. So that's what the numbers game is. It's playing lottery in the street, right? you get bigger payouts because I think in the store you would have only got like $400 and $50 for box or whatever. So now your number man get paid by like he get paid like everybody else get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like now because it's a hierarchy in that. You got your places where you can play, and then you got your number man, right? So my granddad was the places you can play, and he would go and get the money to the number man, and the number man would pay him to pay out whoever hit and this whatchamacallit. It was a really good system because they had the paper and everything, right? So I had my pink slip for when I hit. But yeah, so I hit $650. I felt like I was rich. I bought 2 video games. I bought the Sega Genesis, and I had a Nintendo, so I bought. No, I was about to say a Dreamcast, but that wasn't out yet.
Nah, that was that was like 99.
No, Dreamcast 99.
Yeah, I still got mine. It's still working too. No, it was that was the last system. That system failed. I was watching this video about it the other day, and I knew this back then, but that system literally failed because it was the last one that they had it where like they failed because the games were burnable, and it took them out of the market. That's why you see the PS2 and the Xbox when they came out, they had that thick layer on the bottom of it because they learned from the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast, I will still go down and say that that's the best gaming system at the time when it came out, just because it was way ahead of it. I'm gonna say way ahead of its time, but it literally learned what power. Yeah, because I mean it did what PlayStation did, but it made it that much better, and it had some better games. Like you talking 2K derived from that. Yeah, I don't want to go too deep in the weeds, but all that being said, Sega Genesis is literally one of my favorite gaming systems or whatever ever. Period. So that's the only Sega I've ever owned.
The Dreamcast.
Oh, Sega Dreamcast. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, the trauma from there makes me say, hey, look, the money that my kids make, they can have it. And like I can
wait, no, go back. How much did he take from you on the
I gave him $50 because again, he didn't give me no numbers. He just was like, hey, what you gonna give me? Like that was his opportunity to be my granddad at that point. I don't know what it was.
No.
But like,
if you gave him nothing, then that nigga, he would not have been family.
That's the way I felt. That's what I felt. Like, I think we were skating thin on being family. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the other part, right? So, yeah, I really feel like he didn't feel like I was his real grandson. So, like, yeah. So, like I said, it was the sins of my grandmother.
You paid to be a part of the team.
Yeah. Because I feel like I was taking advantage of both those times, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, damn, now you got to go to the other numbers, man, because your grandfather is taking a piece of your shit, you know?
Yeah. I know if I hit, I got to pay him. And that's like, hey, everybody. But then I understood how taxes work. You know what I'm saying? Because during the paper route, they didn't take out taxes. You barely ever got paid because you only got what was left of what.
Yep. After they got their money. Yeah.
Yeah, they got their money off top. That's when you find out what get their money off top mean, right?
Yeah.
Like
it was from that, nigga. It was from the world's finest chocolates, nigga. Like I learned, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't know if you ever seen the episode of the Boondocks where they spoof like that shit, but like these motherfuckers is making so much money off of us selling their motherfucking chocolate. And if we sold the most, and you know, my mom was a hustler in the sense that she would take the chocolates to work. She was bowling like 3-4 nights a week. So then she had me out there slinging the chocolate in the motherfucking bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? And all we winning is like a little Iowa CD player and shit like that. Like nigga, like. I'm like, nigga, we could have just these. Cause I remember you, and this is why I got like a part of that hustle. is like, nigga, I remember you just going to go buy the candy and then just selling it to niggas. And that was all you after you done made your money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That shit was dope. So,
and I found the numbers in it, right? I was like, yo, if I buy $3 for $1 and I sell 2 for $1, then the third one is actually free, right?
yeah.
So, going those places, the bread store used to have the best candy prices. But then I was like, yo, the best money is to be made on the suckers. I pay 10 cents for the suckers. I get paid 25 cents for them. You know what I'm saying? The blue raspberry suckers, like, really financed a lot for me. I was like, yo.
That's funny.
Like, you really learn when you're out here in these streets. Like, hey, because, like, the candy market, like, I was like, yo, dog, we sell a lot. Like, each box was $20, and then the toys or whatever. And then, like, if you had somebody like, because you used to kill them. I remember you coming home with 2 boxes. My mom didn't really let me do it because, like, family get to the candy and don't pay you. And, I'm on the line for. I mean, it's a lot of hard lessons learned by letting people front you. And I say that because I was like, again, where I'm from, that's called fronting. And then they got to get their money on top, right? Pay for your stuff. If you come with money, you get to dictate the back end. But, like, if you don't, you get the crumbs that they give you. Right?
Yeah, consignment.
It's a difference between being an employee and an employer.
Yeah, nigga, consignment. Like, literally, we was out here hustling for other niggas. You know what I'm saying? It still is, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand. Like, I mean, you brought up the idea of you said this before on the podcast that like the company was able to make this because of what you did. You know what I'm saying? You probably was making 6 figures and up, but they over here making millions and shit. You know what I'm saying? And now you're not even with that company, and they still making that money for the future. You know what I'm saying? So
they might have had to pivot a little bit, but we went from doing hundreds of transactions, well, thousands of transactions a week, to doing millions in a week. And I say millions of transactions because each transaction is not the same. Yeah. So if you bought 7 seats of Windows 365, right? The margin in between that was different per reseller, right? So I can't tell you a certain amount, but they was making bread. Like they was making bread. And that's why
they only did it for like a year or two. They was making they made the profit. You know what I'm saying? Like they could say, look at this. This is what we was able to do. They could either give you credit, not give you credit, whatever. But they made that based off not necessarily. I mean, it wasn't like you was out there, picking hay, but shit, your ass was still like a valuable commodity that brought revenue into that company. So.
Yeah, and so, but that's the point of it, right? You want to make money off your employees. That's any employer. You want to make money off your employees because that's the revenue for growth, right?
But people don't understand that though. People don't understand like how you are. If you don't have value, like it was like, oh, I lost my job and blah blah blah. It's like, well, yes, the value is either going to be replaced or they're going to, give it to somebody else. And say, well, now you got to do this work, da da da. And we're like, no, they don't. That's what, like, for a job or anything like that, I don't hold no alliances or I need to hold on to that just because I know that I could be sacrificed in a minute. I'm never going to be like, oh, well, I used to think like, oh, I got to get these niggas 2 weeks or I got to get these niggas, like, I'll do it just out of the kindness of my heart. But shit, if I can make an extra $30,000 or $40,000 with another company, nigga, I'm leaving Friday. Nigga, like I need to go make money quicker. You know what I'm saying? With this company. Why in the hell I'm gonna give you 2 weeks of grace? If y'all niggas, if you want to let me go,
you can afford it, dog. Like it's okay for you to be like, hey,
nah, nigga, fuck all that. Fuck, like, nigga, I done got my referral already from y'all niggas. Like, but I'm just saying, like, if they want to let you go, they ain't gotta give you a nigga. They be like that day. They'll call your ass at 8:57 in the morning, be like, hey, look, we had a restructure in the organization. You know what I'm saying? We go pay you out and give you severance for the next whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Ain't no loyalty in this shit.
And then when you think about that, you're looking at it, they looking at the numbers. They say, hey, look, We paying this, and what people don't be understanding is being an employer. You have additional costs per employee, right? So as long as the revenue is coming in and it's fine, that's cool. But like the difference in now and back then is that your employees used to be some of your bigger shareholders, right?
Yeah.
Now, now your shareholders is the market and what they value in you at. So you're not beholden to your employees no more. You're more beholden to what those shareholders think. And then, I'm still out of work, y'all. So like I feel like
But the thing is, you out of work, but you working.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
work harder if you're out of work.
Don't. I mean, of course, you would like a situation that's more stable, if that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like not to, because shit, I know, nigga, when I was working, nigga, like that shit impacted me like a motherfucker, and I'm like, damn, this shit is like. It's coming way faster. Like, oh God, that mortgage and just going into debt. And like I said, that shit, nigga, like, I'm like, okay, here go 500 over here. Here go, so, nigga. And then, Georgia Power, nigga, them motherfuckers come for your shit. Like, I'm like, damn, nigga, I barely even run anything and shit. And my motherfucking electric bill be like 400, 500 a month. I'm like, nigga, it's just me. Nigga, I mean, lady, the dog ain't running shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this shit just get higher and higher. But we had talked about one of the topics, but we start to live, in that survival mode of trying to figure out like how to maneuver through this shit. Because, for me, like when I think of like survival mode, I think of like how to figure it out, but how to get to the next step. Like, I don't like to stay within survival, like in the same survival mode. I like to elevate and try to get to the next level. So I'm not just out here just trying to figure out every dollar and every expense. So like that shit is
but Sean, I really want to bring it back to that survival mode, because we was talking and we was talking about mental health, and then you was like, yo, shoot, I'm not trying to be in survival mode. And I wanted to talk about the survival mode because that's what essentially I'm in survival mode, but like I'm also I'm in an in-between survival mode. But like I don't think people understand that they be in survival mode because some people can't see outside of survival mode. And when I say that, I was like, in survival mode, you trying to keep the lights on, right? You trying to keep the lights on. You robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you paying Paul out of Thomas's money. You know what I'm saying? That's a biblical reference for my biblical people or whatever. And it's a lot of stress on you because you live. And I say that because like I think I grew up in survival. I grew up in survival mode with my mom, right? Because I don't know if I told the story on here, but as a kid, my mom would go to the store and we had food stamps and stuff like that. I'm a proud recipient of what the government help can actually do between food stamps and my education. I am grateful for what the federal government gave me to help.
Yeah, to be able to support you. Because if we didn't have that support, we wouldn't out here struggling.
Yeah, we would be. Yeah, it'd be a whole lot worse. And you understand as an adult now. I understand that people put themselves in their own situations, whatever. But being in that situation, the help can really help. So like being an ADC baby, that's what they used to call the people. I don't remember what ADC means, but but getting that cheese, getting that free stuff, having free lunch, those things, and just to put it in proper context. I couldn't have people spend the night because we didn't know. My mom was like, "Yo, what they gonna eat?" That was a question she would ask me, right? And then I understood that, hey, anything added to my mom is a burden, and like being in survivor mode, a lot part of your life, like it weighs on you. It's stress. It's like when you in survivor mode, you're like, "Yo, all my money's just going out the door," right? And that's how I feel, because like I'll be like, dang, this $1,800 here. Oh, HOA fees. Oh, dang, I got taxes over here. Like, yo, you'd be like, dang. But certain people got the Lord's
Blessing.
hand on their shoulder, and they be like,
Yeah.
hey, it's okay, God take care of me. I am not that dude, because I know God will take care of me, but He ain't gonna do it if I ain't doing shit.
Yeah. No, a lot of you talk about being in survival mode, right? Look at it from the standpoint, and you talk about God too, because I'm gonna mix both of these together. Because one thing that always bothers me is the idea I'm gonna put this in the Lord's hand. Yes, you could put it in His hands, but yet you still got to be doing the due diligence to make sure that. I mean, you can't be like, yeah, the job is gonna fall from the sky, or I'm gonna get groceries from. It's like, nah, man, like nigga, you literally still have to work to be within God's graces. You know what I'm saying? Like God will bless you, you know what I'm saying? But you can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this just because God got me. It's like, and then you be mad at God, be like, damn, man, God didn't give it to me when I thought I was gonna get it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, y'all, some of y'all niggas is like, I swear to God, y'all be thinking like things are gonna be handed to you, or I should be handing them to you, because that's one thing that bothers me is when I mean, don't get me wrong, I love giving, but I'm trying to fight to be comfortable with giving. You can't keep taking from me if I'm trying to, figure out the same thing. Like we in I want to say in the same position, but like if I got, I don't know, $500 and you got $20, it's like, nigga, I'm not giving you 250 of it. You know what I'm saying? But I would consider giving you maybe 50 or 100 to be able to try to figure it out. I'm just saying, like, I can't be giving all of mine and I'm still trying to figure it out. And you're just, like, well, somebody go give it to me. So
don't be my burden trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see, and that's what I want people to understand. You're in survival mode if you live in check to check. And I know people be like, you can't count my money or whatever. But look, it's stress because if that check don't come, then what you got to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's very hard for me to ask for money. Like, we talked about this on the podcast before. I got bills that my mom ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't go. And
my mom said she'd help me with my mortgage. And I told her what my mortgage was. She was like, well, hey. Man, my mom.
She looking at you like, why your mortgage so high? You like, this is what they want.
I can't control that. Like you're the one that told me to buy a house. You're the one that told me not to sell my house. And blah, blah. I was like, this is what it takes to be able to maintain a house. You know what I'm saying? Like in the state of, well, I'm in Atlanta, but in the state of Georgia, like it cost me, like my mom, I don't know why the fuck she had a mortgage. She just got rid of it because she was, she refinanced and did some extra shit. But she had a mortgage at one point in time of $400. I was like, Mom, my mortgage is $2,400. Like it's nowhere near what you can afford to pay. You know what I'm saying? So when you tell me to hold on to an expense, that's why I don't like this whole motherfucker could be sold if it was possible. Like, nigga, like I understand the cost of living. So that's why I'm not like rushing to sell. But shit, like you can have this motherfucker like to cut down me having a $2,400 expense a month that I don't have to. Now I'm good now, but I didn't have it at one point in time. So you telling me like, oh well, just keep paying $2,400 and you can own this house for 30 years. It's like, nigga, no, like fuck all that shit. Like now, if you, I'm big on because, and I don't want to pivot the conversation, but like as far as what you paying when you own a home, a lot of people get lost in like, well, I own it, blah blah blah. I was like, well, no, they could take this motherfucker. Like a motherfucker was in foreclosure, and then I didn't even know a motherfucker was in, like I was in foreclosure. They was like, and as I'm forbearing my mortgages, I'm looking for job opportunities, stuff like that. And like these motherfuckers, like if I didn't work out a plan with these motherfuckers, my house would have been for sale April 7th of this year. You know what I'm saying? For foreclosure. You know what I'm saying? So it's little nuances like that people don't pay attention to that. Like no, like we don't all, like we're all figuring it out. We're all in survival, like this whole survival mode for me in a sense. I was like, well, I can make sure these bills are paid, but yet the mortgage was falling behind, as an example. I was like, but I was approved to have the mortgage fall behind, but the reporting was fucking up my credit anyway and shit. So it's little stuff that like I don't want to have to live. I already own a home.
But what did that do to you? That's what I want to say. That's what I want to get to.
It's like nigga, like I'm back in the survival mode mentality. Like even though I have income now, like it truly impacted me but it did help separate who was fucking with me and who wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it did help me discern that, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I don't ever want to be in that position again. So I'm going to make sure that, and it wasn't anything I could control, honestly. It was just, I had the money that I had. It wasn't like I was out here just burning money on. I mean, I buy shoes and shit, but like shit, I cut all that shit out. I was like, nigga, I'm broke, nigga ain't about to be out here. Like,
see, that's what it is. You cut stuff out. You keep cutting the fat until you don't have any fat, right? So what happens when you don't have the fat? You cut muscle now, right?
That's a good way to explain it.
When you cut muscle, like you don't have the power to do some things. But with your house, you got an asset that they wanted to take because they know they can make some money off of, right?
Yep. So, for pennies on the dollar, and I still owe the money. I still owe the rest of the mortgage. So they essentially selling to somebody else.
To keep 100 with you, I think my mortgage started at $1,200. And I used to pay because I had an apartment that I was paying $2,200 a month for anyway, right? So to keep it 100 with you, that $2,200 was my real cost because like if you pay that bare minimum, you're gonna pay for 30 years, right? But if you pay that extra $5,000 a month on that mortgage, you get more buffer so like if you ever have an issue,
you're talking about towards the principal.
Yeah, going towards the principal. So now you got more value. So like if you need to do a HELOC, right? You can do a HELOC on that value that you have in between, and you got a little bit more adjustment for when you can pay that back. And if that go into foreclosure, they can't take your house over it because the main main mortgage will be like, yo, I don't know what y'all got going on, but he paying us, and we like the way this going, right? So I tell people, hey, your house note, that's cool. If you can afford to pay your house note, but you really want to be able to afford double your house note and pay. I ain't saying pay double your house note.
I can't afford $4,800. Like my shit 24, and I'm just saying like my salary is cool, but shit, nigga, like that 24 be a nice chunk of one check. You know what I'm saying? Like after taxes and all that stuff going, like the thing that you got to be cautious of is just being able to. I don't think everybody should be a homeowner, and I say that as in you don't know what expenses come. You don't know what's gonna come up. Like say for instance with me, my house flooded last year or the year before, or whatever, and with that, I had to drop like $1,000 one day. You know what I'm saying? Just for the plumber. And that motherfucker came out and was like, that's the problem. And I'm like, nigga, you found that shit in 15, 30 minutes? Like $1,000 gone. You know what I'm saying? So then had to pay.
I'll go plumber down there.
Look, nigga, like none shit. I was trying to get my shit fixed. That's what having the money available. You can like, okay, I had to drop $1,000.
That's again, you got to have some buffer in between there. Like, so like I live.
No, wait, before you go into that. But then let me say this real quick. So the house ended up. The issue was outside of the house, which doesn't fall under home insurance. I had to pay $9,000 plus another $1,000. So I had to pay $10,000 out of pocket. People don't have that. That's what I was trying to get to. I was like, in order to own a home, I think we're saying the same thing. In order to own a home, you got to be able to take care of the home, not just get it. Because some people are just happy to say I own a home versus like understanding that there will be other expenses that come along with it.
Well, let's revisit that. You buying a home. You know what I'm saying? Like owning a home and buying a home is different, right? So like I want to tell all my people that be like, yo, I own $1 million house. If you got a house note, you buying $100 million house, even though
y'all own that
even
bitch.
though
They can take that bitch within them 30 years, nigga. Nigga, if you don't, nigga, you can pay that shit for 29 years, and if you don't pay that shit the last year,
but here's the
your
thing,
shit can get
Sean.
taken.
My house in Florida, I got 3 or 4 different ways that they can foreclose on my house.
Mm-hmm.
The HOA can foreclose on my house because they got that type of power.
HOA?
The county can foreclose on your house. The utilities can foreclose on your house. Utilities, like back at home in Michigan, like utilities, if you don't pay the water bill, they just add the shit to your taxes. Nah, these motherfuckers want your crib. And then the bank can foreclose on your house. So those 4 different ways you can lose your houses. Oh, don't forget the taxes. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so 5 different ways you can lose your house.
Mm-hmm.
And nigga, they be plotting on each one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like the HOA would be like, hey, we sent you a notice about your yard, and this is your 3rd notice, and therefore we're gonna send somebody out there. And we send somebody out there, they charging triple what we would charge, what would normally charge. And so, hey, yeah. So you owning a house and paying for a house and supporting the house is 2 totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
And it will put your ass in survival mode for real. like not having a place to live and not having a place to keep all this stuff that you done bought will put you in survival mode quickly. And survival mode is not good for your health. Now, Sean, I know you just had a health procedure, and I'm all for people. I'm not a real doctor man. Like I don't go to the doctor often. I don't like them people. Like
niggas don't go to the doctor. Like I am huge on health. I'm huge on all that shit. I don't want to live with no issues, period. I don't understand why. I mean, I don't understand the negative view that we have. And like I said, I'm not speaking from other community. I'm speaking from black because that's nigga, I'm black. Like we do not go and get our. I mean, one of the one things that really bothered me the most, and I mean, I ain't trying to be rude or anything like that, but motherfucking Uncle Joey, I'm like, bro, like what's like, why are you having because he was he had started with the foot and then it got first. I'm like why are we not taking care of ourselves at a point of like getting checkups? And because we all, not we all, but some of us look at like I got a colonoscopy, right? I got a colonoscopy, and some people was like, "Nigga, what? You got a almost like I'm getting fucked in the ass."
Almost like
that. Yeah, I'm like nigga, we should be getting this shit done. And I try to bring awareness, and I'd be silly about it too. Like say for instance, the videos and shit that I posted or sent to y'all or family and shit like that. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's more so just like, okay, well, that's my way or my take of bringing awareness to the shit. Like, yeah, it's funny and nigga, you wilding, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm happy that I didn't have to, because I mean we have friends that that have gone through things where it, not to say it wasn't as successful, but things were found and they had to go through procedures and stuff like that were way more intense than just a colonoscopy as far as surgeries and cancer and dealing with those types of things. So it's always interesting to me, like when people see things from a negative view of things that we should be doing.
I see it from a negative view based on the data. Like you go so, and this is just my understanding as what I've been through with doctors and stuff like that. You go, and like I had insurance, right? I had insurance, and when I went, like you got to pick out a primary care doctor. Like everybody just seemed like they're trying to get money off you. You're not really getting how do you pick a doctor? You go through and it look like you're speed dating. Hey, I like the way this dude look. I like this. Do I want a woman? I like
hey, some people they do be like, yeah, I need a black doctor. I nigga just fix me. No, look, when I was trying to figure out the neck surgery shit, nigga, like. Nigga, I went through 2 years of just pain. of not like these motherfuckers had me going back and forth to the MRI. But I do appreciate the fact that even though the first 2 doctors that I went to was on some fuck shit, the 3rd doctor got me straightened out. You know what I'm saying?
So that point right there, the 3rd doctor, nigga, like you had to do 3 third strike, 2 strikes. I'm damn like, man, fuck y'all. I ain't got time for this shit. But again, I feel like I'm being processed. And then when I'm telling you, and like when I go to the doctor, the ailments that I have, I can tell you exactly what it is. But then I don't want to get the burden.
This shit hurts.
But here's the other thing. I don't want to get the burden of not being able to get life insurance because, hey, you got hypertension. You know what I'm saying? And I end up, I have hypertension, and I had to swallow it because, like, of living in survival mode for, like, you know, taking care of people and living in survival mode. When you own a company and when you got people that depend on you, like your survival mode get even deeper. When you be like, damn, these cats' life fall apart. If my life even, like, if I cut half of what I got, you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I'm gonna pay this dude to f me over and like now to get regular health insurance. I got to pay extra because I have these pre-existing conditions, right? So when I went to Turkey to go and get my colonoscopy because I was like, look, I want a clean bill. I want a baseline of where I'm at because I hadn't been going to the doctor. When I did go to the doctor, I paid this nigga $75 for nothing, and that was my issue. I go, I fill out the form online. He was a wellness doctor, which I wanted to there's level in wellness, right? There's level in doctors. So you have the wellness people supposed to take your total health in the mind as they treat you. And then you got regular doctors. I forgot what they call it or whatever. But I say that to say, when I went there, I had filled out the paper. They asked me this stuff all online. I fill it out. I go there. I fill out some more stuff. And I go there. They ask me the same questions I just asked. And then they say, oh, okay. Now this was your get to know us visit. Now you got to come back and do it. And I'm like, damn, this was a $25 whatchamacallit, but then I got a $35 fee for a lab or something. I'm like, dog, we didn't even go through nothing.
Brian, I went to the doctor one time, and this is the second doctor. I went to the doctor, and I got into the office. Similar situation. Filled out all this paperwork online. This motherfucker said, hey, you know, how's everything going? I was like, my neck is bothering me, blah, blah, blah. Still trying to, you know, like, I don't know what to do. This bitch looked through the motherfucking paper. Was like, well, let me set you up, get you a prescription, da-da-da. Bitch didn't touch me. Like, didn't, like, nigga, that shit, but that shit pushed me from not considering a third doctor. But but from a health perspective, I'm like, yo, like, nigga, I couldn't sit down without like it was just a sharp pain just running. I was like, I literally couldn't sit down. I remember going to a concert. I couldn't sit in the chair. Like, nigga, it was just an uncomfortable experience. And like, I could not do. I was like, I got to keep going. I got to keep pursuing because nigga, I can't live like this where like it's just constant pain. Nigga, I had to sleep with my arm like this. Like, this is how I had to sleep. And mind you, I sleep like on my side. I had to sleep with my arm like this so I didn't feel the pain while I was asleep.
Nigga, I slept with my arm off the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to say that, and I understand what you're saying. Because to me, I'm like, yo, I am keeping this. I'm like, they wanted to give me drugs. And I'm like, look, dog, when I run and I exercise, my blood pressure is a lot better, right? So, like, why are we going straight to drugs? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you don't even know me. She tried to give me a prescription based off of paperwork. Yeah, nigga, like, exactly. I know you telling me you know my type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, hey, nigga, you just need drugs.
Yeah, and now I like that's the awareness part that I think that because sometimes within the Black community we automatically make assumptions that, oh, well, you got a colonoscopy, something's wrong with you, or or da 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 da. I was like, well, no, I got it to like we don't practice prevention versus we just, I want to say, accept the circumstances, but we don't look and make sure that, I mean, you went to what was it to go get all your Istanbul to get all of your checkups and stuff like that, which is great, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a lot of people, not necessarily you got to go to do that to be able to do it, but it's just a lot of people don't go and do that here, you know.
Yeah, I understand that, because here you get a track record with it, you know what I'm saying? Like here it becomes a part of your record, and now you like, dang, like they didn't assign, like, so we talk about mental health, right? Mm-hmm. And we talk about how black men is afforded mental health. When we go to the doctor and you treat it like, okay, you automatically get typecast, like, hey, like your blood pressure is going to be elevated because you're black or whatever, right? Yeah, you got certain things, and you start thinking like you know, we got homeboys who haven't made it, like Tony Hicks and stuff like that. These cats just died. Like Kevin Scott just died in his sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand that, hey, if it's gonna hit me, let it hit me. Like, cause like that's the other alternative to it, right? Like, hey, like if they're gonna do a paperwork trail on me and then they're gonna show me like, hey, now if I got life insurance, they ain't gonna pay because, hey, he had a pre-existing condition that he told us that he didn't tell us about. But if I don't go to the doctor and they got paperwork saying I got a pre-condition, then I don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're going to just process me like all these other forms, other systems that we have. Like if you look at American history, black people get processed more than get looked at. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like black women, hey, strong black women. Like you don't understand that they look at black men, strong black men, like, hey, like,
nigga, I ain't strong, nigga. I'm tired. Like I'm tired. I'm tired, man. Like, and it comes down to, you know, because if you don't go get checked up, you know what I'm saying, shit ends up happening. If you go get checked up, you try to be I want to say necessarily the voice. It's almost like you look down upon from the black community that you doing shit that
you can't be looking down upon. Not that all, because like when I got my colonoscopy, I was geeked because like I was like,
me too, nigga. I show my ass, nigga, literally. Like my ass is out there for consumption, nigga. Look at that beautiful ass, nigga. Look at that shit shake, nigga. Like that shit is clear. I ain't got to go back for 10 years, nigga. Like I feel good, and it ain't got nothing to do with my sexuality. It ain't, nigga. Like
See, that's just dumb.
Like
though.
that.
Like
yeah,
that's the other part about that. That's just dumb, right? If and like people try to make light of stuff that you do because they don't understand it, right? They want to make a joke out of it.
They don't understand. Hate what they can't conquer.
And then they laugh. They try to laugh about it because they don't get it, right? But like you said, if you keep repeating the same stuff over and over again, that's the definition of insanity. So if you want to ridicule me for going to get a colonoscopy, my mom was mad because I went all the way over to a whole nother country.
Hold on, Brian. I'm pulling this back a little bit. I mean, this within the same vein. Why is your mom mad at something? I mean, like I said, you don't have this answer because, you know, moms go mom, right? But why is she mad on something that you're doing for yourself?
I will tell you, because this is what she said, right? She said, you're going all the way over here and put me in a hospital. Who go, like, what you gonna do if you need some extra? Who gonna come over there to get you, right? And I said, look, you don't come to Florida to come get me. So what's the difference of being in Istanbul or in Florida, right?
I can't get you to come to Grand Rapids.
True. If I stroke out If I if I have a stroke, right, and that's one of my fears, that I have a stroke, right? If I have a stroke, you not coming. You know what I'm saying? So like, so what difference do it make? And then she's like, well, being under anesthesia in a whole nother country, they can take your organs. I said, hey, they can take my organs. They can kill me in America and take my organs. You know what I'm saying? And by mistake or on purpose, and be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and find her and justify it within paperwork.
Yeah. The nigga had a big heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so she felt like I was doing something. I was being. I think she thought it was kind of erotic that I was going out of the country to do it. And granted, I went. I hit. Like I was like Istanbul. The whole checkout, I could do it all in a couple of days, versus being here. And like the cost of it being here was another thing that was bothering me, because I was like, dang, me just getting a colonoscopy was like $3,200, right? Going to the doctor, getting I had to get a referral. I had to, because I had to pay the doctor to look at the results of the colonoscopy after the whole thing, right? So going overseas, and I got a video that I'm gonna put out about it, because like I want people to understand that like there's different healthcare systems. Like I think ours is built on making money, and don't get me wrong, they over there to make money too, but it just ain't to the level that we make. That our system is dope at extracting money from people.
Brian, listen, when I called to schedule the colonoscopy, I was like, so what is this consultation for? I know what I need. I'm over 45. I need a motherfucking colonoscopy. I don't need to talk to you about, like, if there's anything I need to fill out, that's fine. So fast forward. I didn't have to, covered with insurance. But I had to go in there.
Hey, that first appointment wasn't covered by insurance. You got that sticker shock where you was like, wait.
Yeah, nigga, I went in there and I was like, so we just in here to talk? I was like, because I look, I'm that person. I'm like, why am I here? why am I here? Like, it was like, oh, they want to talk to you and figure out blah blah blah. I was like, I can say that. He's not touching me. He's not. Like when I talk to the, I don't know, colonoscopist, when I talk to that nigga, like I just literally, he's like, how's everything going? Da da da. Why are you getting a colonoscopy? Age appropriate. I'm answering the questions that essentially, like you said, it's on the paperwork, blah blah blah. So these are questions like it's almost like the meeting that could have been an email.
I'll be wondering if they ask you the question because they don't think you read it or you understood it. Like,
nigga, I was sitting there.
Certain people don't.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there, I was like, well, this could, as far as the time, I was like, because my time is like number one to me. Like, I don't fuck with, like, if you fuck up my time one way or the other, like, I just, like, not to say I don't fuck with you, but my time is more precious than anything, literally. So I'm always trying to figure out, like, how to make the time make sense. So I'm in there. I'm like, yo, like,
you justify the time. You said,
yeah. Why in the fuck am I here? like, and then they scheduled it for the next week. And I was like, this could have been the time that it was scheduled. Like, this is just extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just, this is another way to build my insurance. Like I said, luckily it didn't come out of pocket, but for most or some, it do. And that's the sad part about it. It's like, well, everybody doesn't have, it's different levels to insurance. It's different levels to not having it, period, of what you got to come out of pocket for. And I'm like, yo, it felt almost like a scam. You know what I'm saying? It could have been one step instead of two. Yeah, it could have been one step instead of two. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all created two steps and it's literally all of this stuff could be, because I was like, I was like, what am I here for? She was like, to answer these questions. Like, nigga, that shit, like, is this a HIPAA law? Like, why in the fuck am I doing, like, why am I doing this shit? Like, why am I here to talk through what's on the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like the paper is the truth.
And a copay for this, right? I got a copay for this. Like, wow.
Yeah, I did have to copay for that too. So I mean, it came out my HSA, but still, shit, nigga, that's money I could have used for something else.
Yeah, you could have bought some glasses. You know what I'm saying? Like, again,
shit,
so like it's. I understand coming from black man perspective, like, because like you said, they talking to you like you're stupid, like you ain't just answering these questions, and it's a waste of time. And you're like, yo, make it make sense, and the make it make sense part is like, because we need to know. You know what I'm saying? And
I said it already.
But I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, well, I was literally not necessarily upset, but one thing I was upset, and I'm like, God damn, y'all niggas, y'all will find them up. I don't know if this is some Georgia shit, nigga, but nigga, I had to pay to park. I'm like, nigga, why the fuck I gotta pay to park? Why the fuck I gotta pay? No, this was their parking lot. I had to pay to park at motherfucking Emory Hospital.
We go back to what we originally said.
I gotta pay to park to do a consultation that's all on paper that I filled out online, that I did the pre shit so I didn't have to be there that long.
Just to check a box.
Like, God damn, y'all will find a way to get some money out of me. I'm like, God damn, parking was like $6. I'm like, what the fuck? That could have been like part of a lunch.
And like you said, your time. You gotta take time from work. You gotta schedule it where you can get to it, and being in traffic and all that great stuff. Like, and, hey, as we get older, we got less time. So like, yo, why waste my time doing that stuff? So that's why it's important for us to get on the podcast and talk about these people that have these misconceptions. Now, Sean, I want to get into it because I read the text messages, and why do somebody think that your sexuality is tied to a medical procedure that they ask everybody to get? that they specifically ask black men to get too, right? Because it's between colon cancer and prostate cancer. That's some of our leading cancers in the black community, right? Why would somebody want to know your sexuality based on you getting this medical condition done?
You know what? I can only assume.
Medical procedure, I'm sorry.
Look, I can only assume. And I say that we are uneducated.
Well, you gotta give us some background on the whole thing. Because
I mean, I don't want to put too much. I want to put too much investment in that because I think it was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, that's my time. Like, so if we have our time to talk about our podcast and shit like that. You know, I love our topics, and if we barely get through all of them, but I will say this: it's like, I mean, to give a little bit of background and then to move forward. But it's just the fact that when you like say the procedure, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm excited that no cancer, clear, 10 years, I ain't got to go back. You know, and the first thing is like, you know, it's coming from a man, and it's like, well, you know, I wouldn't even say that I got this procedure. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, do you not understand that 1 out of 8 black men like die of this cancer or of prostate cancer, or that's just one of them. But then you're talking 1 of 46 die, like 1 of 46 black men die of not, or of something that could have been avoided, or them not going and getting themselves checked out. So it's just like the awareness thing of what, and this is, I mean, because we've been, you know, kind of back and forth on like when you should, I mean, like, because our whole U.S. doctor shit is kind of fucked up, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like when you know that it's something that you can quote unquote control, where you can go and get checked up for not even just a colonoscopy, but you know, some of y'all dirty ass niggas ain't getting STI checks, ain't getting your cholesterol check,
you know, like blood pressure check, like
yeah, it's like bro, like
ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? That's what it pretty much get to. Like if you look at, if I can get it detected early, if I have a baseline to say, hey, look, this is me feeling well, this is me not feeling well, this is what, and you go in, they practice medicine, right? It's not a direct science. They practice medicine. So going in there and giving them better information will help us all be better, right? Because then they won't see black man as being, hey, he's so strong and healthy, like, when we could be walking one day and drop dead the next, right?
Yeah. I'll say this. The one thing that, not necessarily bothered me, but it was just kind of like pivoting the conversation or the awareness to, for black men or women and women to go do these things. It's like when you mentioned the sexuality thing, I'm like, yo, like, are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to, pivot the conversation? It was like, are you trans? And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, what gives trans? Like, and then, and double down and saying, like, how do you identify? I'm like, yo, we are talking about health awareness. Like, we're not, like, we don't want to make light of those things. And I think it's okay to make light of those things when we're not impacted by it. But when we've seen direct impact from friends and stuff like that of cancer and stuff like that, the things that they had to deal with. So, it rubbed me the wrong way and like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be just because we was directly impacted, but at the same time, it's like what rubbed the wrong way was trying to pivot the conversation off of something that we should be doing. And the initial person that commented on it was like, oh, well, why are you telling, like, why are you, I would never say this, I was like, no, we need to be more, we need to tell people like, hey, they check me out, I'm good, I'm healthy, blah, blah, blah. Because the problem that we have, in my opinion, in our community is we are living with shit and we ain't telling motherfuckers how they can get around and not have it. We have motherfuckers dying and then shit, the motherfucker die and you be like, shit, niggas be scared to ask, like, how do they die? Just because niggas is dying in their 30s and their 20s and their 40s and they, in their 50s and shit like that. And that's
looking
too early,
right? Looking healthy. Like, like, yeah, people having strokes in their 30s. And like, I was like, dang. And Ricky McGowan, I don't know if, like, he put it on Facebook, so I'm gonna just say, like, the dude was all cut up. You know what I'm saying? And when he went out,
when he all stayed in football.
Yeah. And then he had that stroke and was in the hospital and stuff. And like, I was like, dang, like, I would have thought he was straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm outlasting niggas that I thought was.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, it's the awareness part of it. That's why I like, if something had, like, maybe it's just because maybe I'm too vocal. And I'm saying that as in a sense, like, if something had been discovered, I would have been like, hey, I just got a colonoscopy, I'm dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like that awareness still sheds light on somebody else going to go and get checked. You know what I'm saying?
And the opposite is true too. And that's what I really want to address, right? If jokes and stuff is all cool, but if somebody can't say that they happy that they passed their colonoscopy without somebody questioning their sexuality, and like you just really got to be like, because people will and I said this on the podcast because, like, I didn't know I affect some people because of, like, when I said stuff about mental health. But if me saying something about mental health will stop somebody from getting treatment, I would never say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, I don't want how I feel personally to stop somebody from being the best that they can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, when somebody say that, and then don't even spell your name the right way. Right? Your name don't have an A in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm vested because we family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, his name Shantae, that's his name. Like, he ain't had nothing to do with it. But
it has nothing to do with your sexuality. It has more to do with having you had said it before. It's like, it's a million Adrians out there. It's like, nigga, like, if we would consider that, a male or a female name, and it might lean more towards female, but I'll never say, like, what do you identify as? Are you I'm like, when the fuck that shit come from? But I said, I don't want to invest in that shit, man. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we move. You know what I'm saying? But just to bring awareness.
But they need to understand too that when
I
you
can't
say
teach
stuff,
every nigga.
that's like, yeah. But I mean, you doing more than I do, because I didn't tell. Like, I told a few people about my colonoscopy. I'm not out here saying, "Hey, I got my colonoscopy." Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can appreciate that, because like that's you ace the test. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And the thing is, we don't all ace the test, and it's not and like
did they have to take any polyps or no polyps, or what happened?
Nah, it was cool. And I was talking to Sid about this too, and like Sid got he had got a colonoscopy, and he said they had found like one, but it was, I want to say it's benign, but whatever they call it. But it's things like, if he hadn't gotten checked, it could have got worse. You know what I'm saying? Or like I mean, say Ed or whatever. Like, like we deal with it how we deal with it, but at least we're getting checked up on a regular basis to make sure that we ain't, out here, like damn near dying just because we're so proud to not. I mean, I still don't understand the sexuality being referred to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, because I always say the 5 F's, right? Friends, fucking, family. I can never remember them all the time. Friends, fucking, family, finances, future. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you ain't involved in those, if you're not engaged or trying to figure out, like, and I posted this in the chat too. I was like, if we ain't fucking, if you're not trying to hook me up with your friend, and then I said, if you just want to know about me, if you're just being nosy, you know what I'm saying? This is like, if you ain't like that's how I feel like with sexuality is impact, because the sexuality, if I'm talking to somebody, I don't care about someone's sexuality. I care about them as a person. I care about learning about them. I don't care if I don't care if you're a man or a woman. Like, I don't care if you fucking a nigga, you fucking a chick. Like, nigga, like, I just want to know that you're genuine as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, not, I mean, I'm heterosexual, but I'm saying in general, like, when I'm getting to, like, when I'm talking to people, like, I don't care. Like, are you trans? Are you like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, you could be, look, you could be a
you
fucking,
do give a fuck, but not.
Yeah, like that shit means nothing to me as far as like, you ain't fucking me. So what do I care? Like, or we're not intimate. Like, I don't want to keep saying fucking, but shit, it's fucking. I like, that's how y'all have sex. Like, sexuality. I don't care what the fuck you do in your bedroom. That shit has nothing to do with me. Like, but you could be a cool ass nigga, and keep that shit moving.
All right, so Sean, I got to get out of here.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm gonna just add on that point for my final point. Like, life is full of obstacles. It's on you to navigate through it. So if you having problems, if you feel like stuff ain't going right, then maybe you got to find a way around it. So, like, please don't give up on life by just having somebody say it ain't worth it, or just always look for your way out if you're looking for a way out. That's my last little thing to say. Anything you got to say, Trump?
Yes, sir. I would say, don't be judgmental. Try to figure out, like, if you're trying to get to know somebody, you're trying to learn things about them, ask them. But, you know what I'm saying, ask in the proper etiquette, whether you think it's right or wrong. You can offend, because I feel like sometimes there's a double standard. If I ask you the same type of question, you may be offended, you may not be offended, but just know that whatever answer or whatever question you ask, I can answer it however the hell I want, and based off of how I feel. And that's just everybody. I don't ever tell anyone to have a answer or a response based off of what I expect from them. But at the same time, I consciously think of how I would impact somebody when I'm asking them a question. And that's it. Thank you all. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a message, and talk to everyone soon.